to How I Got Over My Instagram Girlfriend, where today is a reaction video to the woman who said she was abducted because she saw a baby on the highway and she had to get out and save him, and all of a sudden she was kidnapped. She was abducted. Well, the truth finally came out, and I have to say, man, this was crazy. But before we watch this clip, I gotta ask you guys, is there anything that could be learned from this? And what do you guys think possibly caused this woman to cause all of this ruckus? Because her father didn't seem to respond too well. So let's go ahead, let's check out this clip.
My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone during the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies, as well as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carly as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carly, again, asks for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed.
Man, what the is this what romance makes you do? Right? Maybe this is the reason why so many women are doing business with men, because
my client did not have any help in this incident.
I mean, golly. But I'm not going to front you guys. This was kind of incredible to see how this all played out, because on one hand, we're saying that black women are not protected. But this woman, I mean, they had all the agencies, at least this is what they say. They had all the agencies. They had the police department plus the FBI. They had all these people looking for her. And I'm like, man, they couldn't find her with all of these agencies? I mean, she didn't actually get abducted, so shouldn't she have been easier to find? Now, in this clip, there was no baby, no kidnapping. There was nothing that happened to her except she found a way to disappear for a while. But the ruckus she caused was crazy. Now, she's asking people to forgive her and pray for her family. And I would say, for me, it's not hard for me to forgive her for this, but it does make me kind of look at things a little bit different, especially out here in dating, because to me, this was what I call the pretender, the one who acts like they want to be in their long-term relationship, and these are the types of effects. These are the type of things that happen. This was kind of an exciting time on social media, because it was so many people giving their responses, especially the tarot card readers. Like, some of them was on point. Shout out to my sister. She was the one who sent me a few of those tarot card readings where it says she's okay, she's fine. Like, all the things that they lined up were actually correct, meaning she kidnapped herself. Now, I believe the people that are really going to need some prayer, that are really going to need to be forgiven, are those people who really rode for her, the people who really stood up for her, because I'm sure they're the most hurt by this situation, because, I mean, nobody wants to see anybody hurt or abducted. And I know, well, at least I feel I think the reason why people really stood up for her was because they wanted to see some type of justice for the black woman. But this woman falsified her story, and I now know that those same people who were standing up for her are angry with her. I know the reason those women actually stood up for her was because they may have a family member in a similar situation, or they may know someone or know of someone who was in this type of situation where there weren't as many resources being utilized to find this individual. So for this one to happen to this type of woman and it be a lie, I know this is a huge disappointment. So my question would be for Carlee Russell in figuring out this case is, what will the consequences be? Will they make an example out of this woman? Because to me, I heard a story, allegedly she did all of this just to get the attention of her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. I can't think of any other reason as to why she would want to do something like this. But I have a feeling that they're going to make an example out of her. Another question would be, did her parents actually know what was going on? Her father, I mean, he seemed angry, but I don't know if he knew what was going on or not. Her mother, I'm not real sure, but it's gonna be interesting to see as these statements or these interviews actually come to light. If they do this right, they may be able to make some money off this, but at the same time, is she gonna have to go to jail? Is there gonna be any fines? Or are they just gonna release her to the public so she can be embarrassed in front of the public? Because she embarrassed the public, or at least the women who really was riding for her, because there were some women who was really riding for her. The reason I didn't cover this story was just because I just didn't know enough about it for me to, get invested into it. But it did bring up a lot of great conversations with people. The one biggest thing that I learned from this situation is some people have no limit as to what they will do. Now, if they applied this to a different aspect of their life, they may actually get the result that they're looking for, meaning they don't have any limit to how they're going to accomplish their dream or their goal. Or if they're just making excuses. I can't help but think, what if this story was actually true and they, meaning the media, someone is actually paying her to actually shut up? What if that's the case? Or what if there's a distraction from something else, such as... So after an ordeal like this, this woman is going to have to reinvent herself, because once she is back out in the public, people will know who she is, but they're not going to know her for something positive. She's going to be known and famous as a liar. And I don't know if that's a reality that's really easy to live with. I mean, maybe if there's enough money, maybe if enough people are paying to hear from her, or if there's some kind of money that could be made from this, maybe that might make it easier. But deep down, this is going to get to her, because it's always going to be somebody to say something about this situation. And I'm saying things that are going to trigger her, because this is public embarrassment. Next, adapt to dating, because if this is the result of what happens when you get to pretending like you want to be in a long-term relationship and this happens, this is something that is a humongous distraction. Hopefully you're a lot more focused on what you're doing. The most important things we have to focus on is our confidence, our health, and our wealth, because with those three things, life is a little easier to enjoy. Most importantly, enjoy the hookup culture responsibly. Now, I'm sure her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend is now looking at this situation and saying, damn, I wish I would have kept her as a friends with benefits or a fling or a situationship. I know he is kind of frustrated with himself or disappointed with himself that he even allowed that relationship to reach that level. Now, I do have a question for you guys. What do you think will happen as a result of this? What do you think the consequences will be? Will she be sent to an insane asylum? Is there going to be jail time? Is there going to be some type of fines? Like, what is actually going to happen here? Because, she deceived a lot of people. And here's a toxic question for you guys. Is your woman capable of making a story up like this? You'll be surprised. Comment under this video. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.